And what I'm going to start off with is my Penn Spinfisher 7. It's got 80-pound braid. I've got it on a Daiwa Saltist 7-foot medium heavy action rod that's rated for whatever line I'm using. It's rated for 55 to 100-pound braid. I've got a 3-ounce weight on it, which I don't normally use that big of a weight. And I've got a 7/0 hook. We've had a lot of current in the last couple of weeks, so that's the reason I went to the 3-ounce weight. And for bait, I'm going to use a whole Menhaden frozen. And I'm in 81 feet of water. And this Spinfisher is a 7,500 size reel. Fighting like a grouper. Really nice red grouper. Got to get a measurement on him. Well, that's a good way to start the morning. Second drop. Keeper red grouper. He's 21 inches, a little over 21 inches. So, really nice red grouper. So they have to be 20 to keep them. So we'll see if we can get another one real quick. And what I'm fishing here is just a little bitty piece of structure. I'm not even sure what it is. Could be a rock or something that fell off of a boat. I don't know. Just something I found on Navionics that looked a little different. That's a good fish there. Feels like another grouper. Big gag group. Really nice gag grouper. And he's 28 inches, so he would be a keeper if gags were in season, but they're not. And what's odd about fishing out here is I came to this spot, I know it's probably been a month ago, one of the last times I was offshore, and there was nothing here. Some bait. I couldn't get a bite. So today I pull up here and catching grouper. Golly, it's the bigger one. another keeper size gag grouper though. And anytime I'm out here fishing in this deeper water, anything over about 50 feet of water, when I land the fish, I'm looking for barotrauma. If their air bladder is pushed out through their up through their gullet and into their mouths, you got to prevent them before you put them back down, or release them with a release device that takes it back to the bottom, equalize the pressure. The red grouper, his air bladder was all the way up in his mouth, so I would have had to vent him or release him with a descending device if I was going to release him. Since I kept him, I didn't care. Those two gags, neither one of them were showing signs of barotrauma, and they went right back to the bottom. That one took me back into the structure. See if he'll come out. And I want to see what else might be down there. So I'm going to go to, this is a Penn Battle 3 6000. It's got 50-pound braid on it, 80-pound leader. I've got a 5/0 hook on it, 2 ounces of weight. This is on a Daiwa Harrier rod. I think it's medium heavy. It's medium heavy. And it's rated for 50 to 100 pound braid, so it's a little heavier than what I probably need for this 50 pound, but that's what I've got it on. And what I'm going to use is about 3 inches of squid. I took a big squid and cut it in half. And the majority of my hooks that I use on these bigger rods are 2X, so they're thicker hooks. The ones I use on my swing jigs are 1X, so they're like a wire hook. And what I'm hoping for is like a scamp. The red grouper will eat the squid as well. The gags will eat the squid as well. I've caught big lanes and mangroves on these big pieces of squid. Smaller fish. Oyster toadfish. Alright, so this rod is a Penn Battle 3 4000. It's got 20-pound braid, 30-pound trilene big game leader. All of my leader is monofilament. I don't use any fluorocarbon or anything. I've got a 1 ounce swing jig with a 5/0 Mustad Demon Perfect Circle hook, and this is a wire hook. This is a thin one. This rod is a Berkeley inshore. I don't even think they make this rod anymore. I've had it for, I don't know, 10 or 12 years. But it's a 7.5 foot medium action. But it's got good backbone for an inshore rod, or what they classify as an inshore rod. And last year during the fall red snapper season, I caught a 28-inch red snapper on this rod. I don't know, it's probably about a mile further out than where I'm at right now. But so you can catch big fish on small gear. You don't have to have big gear. And what I'm using is a piece of cigar minnow. And so for my cigar minnows, I cut the heads and the tails off. I throw those in the water. That's chum. And then I cut the bodies in half. And that's what I end up with. And that's how I catch the majority of the red snapper that I catch. It's on pieces of bait like that. I'm not fishing for those, 25 to 30 inch red snapper. I like the ones that are 18 to about 23, 24 inches to eat. Those are the best eating size for me. And with it being a 1 ounce jig, it'll take it a little bit longer to get to the bottom, but I'm not seeing triggerfish up in the water column, so I don't think I have to worry about triggers. And I'll show you what the bottom looks like here. So that's bait that's down there on the bottom, and I don't see any structure, but there's something down there, rock or something, because I got hung up in it with a fish. But I mean, that's just what it looks like. And like I said, I'm in 81 feet of water. But I'm gonna move on a little bit and check another spot. And this is a Penn Battle 3 4000. Same as the other one with the 7.5 foot rod, only this is a 7 foot Shimano Talavera. It's called an inshore rod. It's a 7 foot heavy action, but it's rated for 20 to 40 pound Power Pro braid. I run 20 pound Power Pro. It's got a good tip on it, good backbone on it. So for beeliners, triggerfish, porgies, stuff like that, no problem. And I do catch red snapper and red grouper with it as well. If you saw the video from a couple days ago where I had the 4 people fishing, the 26-inch red snapper that the girl caught on this rod. Feels like a trigger though. It's a trigger. Not quite a keeper. Alright, well the waves were getting a little bit rough out there where I was. The trolling motor was having a hard time staying in the water. So I came back into the 3 mile line, and I've got a few places marked on the 3 mile line that I fish every once in a while. I just pulled up on one of them. I'll show you what the bottom looks like. So I'm in 73 feet of water, and I think what it is it's a ledge. But I'm not sure. But that's all bait and fish down there. So I'll drop a bait down and see what we can catch. I'm not sure what it is. There's something. Well, that is a sea bass. And they're just beautiful. Similar to the black sea bass that I catch every once in a while. This is a rock sea bass, and they're real good to eat. But I like them when they get a little bit bigger than that. They look very similar to what we call a squirrel fish, but the tail is different, and the coloring's a little different. That's a squirrel fish, so you can see the difference in the tail, a little bit of difference in the coloring, and they're real good bait. Alright, I'm gonna go to this rod. This is a Cadence 5000. I think it's a 5000. No, this is a 6000. Cadence 6000. It's a stout, so it's their offshore series rod or reels. I've got it on a Daiwa Saltist 7 foot medium heavy action, rated for the 40 to 80 pound braid. I got 65 pound braid on it. I use it mostly for big snapper and grouper. Now something swam up and grabbed it. So this is a Penn Fierce 4 6000. It has 65 pound braid. It's on a Shimano Talavera boat rod, so it's a 7-foot, fairly heavy action. It's rated for, I think, 50 to 80 pound, 30 to 65 pound braid, and that's what I've got on it, is 65 pound braid. And I've not seen any porpoises, so I don't think that was a porpoise that came up and ate whatever it was I was reeling in. But there's always bigger fish down there. Alright, I'm going to call it a day. It's been a pretty good day. Started offshore, caught 2 good keeper red grouper, caught a couple of really big gag grouper that I couldn't keep, caught a bunch of small red grouper, caught a bunch of triggerfish. None of them were big enough. Also caught a white bone porgy, or a chocolate chip porgy. They make great tacos. So offshore was really good. It was rough. Shouldn't say rough. It was sporty. Had foot and a half waves all day, so it was a little sporty. It was a good day for catching fish. It's been beautiful all day. Can't complain. It sprinkles every once in a while, but no rain to speak of. So it's been a nice day. I enjoy going out and just catching fish. And I accomplished my goal today, which was to catch some red grouper, because my wife wants grouper sandwiches. So we got grouper for a sandwich now. Appreciate you watching the video. I hope you learned something. But I am running charters. You see how I fish. You see what I can catch. If that's something that interests you and you want to book a trip with me, contact me through Facebook at Epic Nearshore PC or on my YouTube channel. I will put my phone number in the description of the video, so you can contact me on my phone. If I don't answer, just leave me a message, or you can send me a text. I will get back to you. But appreciate it. Don't know when I'll be back. A couple of days probably. But make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, ring the bell if you want to get notified when I release new videos. I'll see you next time.